Hi, my name is Charla Marie Bailey, and I'll be your SPNN host, and I am sitting here with Mercedes and Jelahn of Rondo Double Dutch Crew. Welcome back. I'm Charla Marie, your host for SPNN, and we are sitting here with Mercedes and Jelahn, Rondo Double Dutch Crew. Hello, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Now, I understand that you also go by Ms. Mercedes.
Yep, Ms. Mercedes, your kid's favorite teacher.
Yeah. And you are?
I'm the Twist Master, Wild Child's Hair Studio.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Twist Master, as in you twist hair.
I do. I am a master loctician, owner and operator of Wild Child's Hair Studio, located on the east side of St. Paul.
All right now.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that the twist meant because you do something inside the rope.
The Twist got many hats. Twist wear many hats.
All right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Twist is not only a master loctician, owner and operator of Wild Child's Hair Studio, she's actually also a fitness instructor and the head double Dutch coach of Rondo Double Dutch.
All right.
Yeah, and she does a few other things in there too, but those are her main things right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's also your kid's favorite teacher.
I am.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm teaching. I'm
sweet.
teaching the community. We're working with the community. We getting them in the ropes. Yes.
Now, can I assume that this is in St. Paul?
Yes.
Where you
well,
teach?
Well,
No.
we're all over the Twin Cities, in and around.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, in and around. So yeah, we all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm sure our viewers know what Double Dutch is, but I'm going to ask you, what is Double Dutch?
Go ahead.
Double Dutch is an activity that was, it was started years ago, but the African American culture really adapted it in like the 1970s, New York, and then you give
It
more
migrated.
context. That's
yeah.
her generation.
So
yeah.
So yeah, I am a 70s baby. If
Me
anybody
too.
asking, hey, yes. So early 1970s is when a police officer, I can't think of his name at this moment, but he introduced Double Dutch to the community in Brooklyn, New York. And from there, it kind of migrated all over the Midwest, and now it's in all continents. It's in and around the United States, and I've seen them in China and other countries jumping as well. And it was something that we did in my generation because we were outside. You remember being outside?
Yes.
So we spent a lot of time outside. This was before the internet. So we had the bikes. The boys would play basketball. The girls would jump double dutch on the side of while they were playing basketball. And we were just a lot more engaged. And so Mercedes had a vision and a passion. She had a vision and a passion. And she started this event. And she brought everybody together at this park over right by our house. Name of the park? Central Village Park. And I got wind of it. And this was something that I enjoyed so much. I wanted to get some of my group members from my age and my generation back out to jumping. So I got in my phone and I got like 1,200 contacts. And I reached out to everybody personally and sent them this flyer. I said, y'all pull up, it's gonna be a good time. Let's get back to doing what we used to do as kids because we get away from that. And I wanted to do that, and it was like a match made in heaven after that. So yeah, it's a good sport. I enjoy it. It works cardiovascular, it's teamwork because we get 2 or 3 people jumping in the ropes at one time. It's just dope, I love it.
So I actually didn't know how to double dutch.
Okay.
And what introduced me to double dutch was I was an event planner and I had just created this comic book called Broken Robots. And it was inspired because we're in a spiritual warfare with the evolution of technology. So I was trying to teach this generation how to balance the use of technology, but also play outside. So when I was promoting the book, I wanted to create events that got the kids, teach them how to have fun outside. Yes. And Double Dutch happened to be one of the events. And we didn't even know each other. I just met her last year. And like she said, a match made in heaven. There's a whole story behind that. But so I made this double Dutch event. She heard about it, sent it out. Over 300 to 500 people showed up, and it became a movement. And I didn't know what I was doing. It was literally a voice from God that said, do double Dutch. And the reason why I chose double Dutch is because, like I said, we're in a spiritual warfare. And right now, I'm seeing a generation, especially youth, not use their mind. And our mind is the most powerful thing in our body. So if we're not using our mind, we're actually losing. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
So I was very intentional on creating events where you had to use your mind. And double Dutch, you have to know when to jump in the ropes, move your
Coordination.
feet.
Yes,
So that's where
rhythm.
double Dutch came about. And then I listened to the community and seeing all of them show up, and it was magical. Like you could feel just this invisible, magical energy of joy, happiness, love. I got so many text messages after that day saying, Mercedes, this was healing. This was the best day of my life in a long time. The best jumpers were 50 plus. She's 53. All of the winners were 50 plus.
Yeah.
I seen young girls just staring, and it was like the girls were at Disneyland, like
Yeah.
Disney World. Their eyes were just like, you should see the girls when she's jumping. They just look at her like she's a superstar. And I was like, wow. And fast forward, Twist was like, Mercedes, like,
We need more of this.
I can teach anybody how to double Dutch.
Yeah.
You just organize the events, and I'll take care of the rest. I didn't believe her until last year. The Timberwolves were in the playoffs. They had a block party. She was like, we
Downtown
need to go. She was
Minneapolis.
like, let's go to the block party. So I gathered all of the girls who came. I took their information, and I would put out a text message like, hey,
Y'all
can
wanna go
y'all,
jump?
who wants to pull up? Nobody responded. And then she was like, let's go. You just bring your camera. And she was like, I'll do the rest. And I'm like, how? We have nobody else to turn or jump. I didn't believe it, but she was like, come on. So I was like, all right, I'll go.
They
We went down there. She found people to jump, turn. I documented everything. The mayor from Minneapolis came and jumped with us.
Okay.
His
Our
daughter.
footage went viral that day. After that day, we became best friends, and I believed, like, whenever she tells me, like, Mercedes, I got you, I was like, all right.
She
And
believes in me now, yeah.
Yeah,
So it was me, her, and my 6-year-old granddaughter at the time. And I was like, she was like, what are we gonna do? The whole ride over there, what are we gonna do? I was like, trust me, when these ropes go in the air, people are gonna swarm to them like magnets. And that's just what happened. I taught my granddaughter, she's jumping. You got to see her jump. She's a good jumper. And she knows how to turn. And I said, all we need is me, her, and you. You stay on the camera. Me and my grandbaby, we're going to turn these ropes. And that's just what happened. Those people, we had a crowd around us so big. They were jumping. We had every age, every gender, every whatever they whatever they identify as, they were there. Every nationality and age, and they were there. And it was dope just watching them.
Yes.
Just watching them. And I got a couple people had never jumped before. We got them jumping.
And
It's
I know how to
it was
jump too
amazing.
now. She
Yes,
taught me.
I taught
so.
Mercedes how to jump. So yeah, I am your kid's favorite teacher.
All
Hashtag.
right.
Yes,
All
Lord.
right.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So, growing up, yeah, that's what we did.
We did, yeah.
We played double dutch, right? But I can't jump double dutch.
Oh,
She will
if you
teach
tell
you.
yourself you can't, you won't. But you don't know how to jump yet.
Okay, I don't know
Say
how
that.
to jump double
because
dutch
the
yet.
tongue is what? It's very powerful. It's gonna believe what you tell it. So your
Yes.
mind gonna believe whatever your tongue says. So if you speak it positive reactions are gonna occur. So come hang
And
out
just
with us. We'll get you
To
jumping.
piggyback off of that, we've been going to schools, rec centers, community events, and right now our youth are really struggling with confidence and just believing in themselves. So she always looks straight at them and says, say I can do it. And they
Yeah.
say, I can do it. And then they do it. So we're teaching, I always teach the kids, you have superpowers. We are
Yeah.
superhumans
We
with
unlocking it.
superpowers.
Let's
and
go.
we're teaching kids how to unlock their superpowers through double dutch as well.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's always great to be reminded. So thank you, Twist. Thank you, Mercedes.
Yes, thank you.
Growing up, I would always turn.
You a turner?
So,
That's
yes.
good.
So you need at least 3 people to play double dutch because you
Yes.
need 2 people turning the rope and then 1 person in the middle jumping. And my fear was always getting hit in the face because I knew I had a face for TV.
It is like a
Yeah.
switch.
And I was like,
You
no,
didn't want
my
to damage that. You didn't want to damage that.
But I would always turn the ropes. And I would always, you know, like you said, when the boys was playing
Basketball or baseball,
basketball,
whatever it was. Yeah.
Yep, because
girls
I
was
was
there.
the one. I was more like what we ID'd as a tomboy. So I was the one playing like no, and
Play
and
everything.
a feminist because I was like, no, how dare you tell me I can't play baseball?
We
I
do it
was
all.
a tomboy as well.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
did
I'm
it all
playing
too.
baseball. But yeah, I just remember it did draw in community
It did.
to play double dutch. Like I
Unity
said,
and
I didn't know how to jump, but I
You was there.
participated, you know, and it was always fun because everybody was there. Both genders at that time, you know,
Yeah.
girls and boys were jumping in, playing double dutch.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I don't know if you remember, but I know you say you were afraid of the rope because
Yes.
we used to jump with anything we could find around the house.
Extension cords.
Extension cords, the heavy duty extension cords.
Yeah.
And yes, they hurt. But today we have more softer ropes. So
Yes.
we're not traumatizing the kids. Yes. And it was either you did or you died, right? Either
Yeah.
you was gonna jump that rope or you were gonna get killed by that rope. But you learned.
Yes,
Yeah. But
yes.
now it's not that bad anymore.
Yeah.
We got real soft ropes and they are on our website. So y'all can find it on MissMercedes.com.
All
We got the
right.
ropes on the website.
Okay,
Real
I was
soft,
gonna
happy
ask.
ropes. Yep.
Yeah, because I know that when we were little, it was the clothesline.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was-
we
and
did the
so
clothesline.
I just naturally assumed that y'all still using clotheslines.
I
but I was
mean,
gonna ask.
we
we
have
have
some.
people that prefer that. So we have every type of rope just
Okay.
because you never know who's
Who
going to jump
prefers
and
what,
what their
yeah.
preference is.
Yeah. So yeah, we got it all. And
Okay.
we keep them. They're in my car all the time. We keep them. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today. I am Charla Marie, your SPNN host, and we are sitting here with Twist and Mercedes, and we are talking about jumping double dutch rope and what type of rope that we use. But I also wanted to ask you, you said all ages. So what's your youngest and your oldest that you had come and jump double dutch with you all?
Our youngest is 3 years old.
Oh.
It's her baby. Yeah. And he can't jump, but that's okay. I make a big deal of it because he has the determination and the will, and he's so outgoing. So that's all I really need. Everybody say, I don't know how to jump. What do I need to do? You need to have a little will and the determination to do it and the drive. And once I get that, I got you on the rest. So then we have the 3-year-old, and he's not really a good active jumper. But then we have our 4-year-old, which is a daughter of one of your camera crew,
Okay.
Miss Nola. That's one of our little mascots.
And she can jump double
and her
dutch.
mama jumps with her too. And
And she turns for her mom.
yep, she can
She's a good
turn,
turner.
she could jump. And then our oldest was
She's our oldest, 53, but in the community, we pop up to areas that just need more love because we've seen the magic of double dutch just creating this powerful energy that is healing and brings smiles. And one day we were outside of Willard's Bar and this great grandmother came and
Yep.
jumped. We have her on camera and she had to be in her 70s.
yeah.
So
she jumped.
when we say all ages, we mean that. And we're actually going to Emerald Senior Home tomorrow just to bring some joy. We know that was their generation of having fun, and we know that it's going to bring smiles of joy for them.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually our first hump day, jump day that we're bringing back since we've ended our workshop. We had a workshop at 825 Arts, shout out 825 Arts. We held a 12-week workshop where we taught the community to come in. It was a sliding scale, whatever they had or didn't have, they could donate, or if not, we never turned anybody around. And we held that for 12 weeks where we taught not only double dutch, but we taught them team bonding, teamwork. We taught them life skills such as communication, because you need to be able to communicate,
Eye
especially when
contact.
eye contact, and then just good communication, because it was different games that you needed to be able to speak and speak effectively and efficiently so your teammate could know what it is we're going to do.
Right.
And so after our 12-week program that we ran the workshop, we had a real huge showcase where all the kids came and they performed and they showcased their skills. It was really dope. It was really dope.
Where can we see you all do your performance,
So
your
if you follow us on social media, we're on every platform. It's Rondo Double Dutch. You can find us. We're always booked. We're booked and busy. We're always somewhere.
Okay.
And we post our schedule regularly. And then we also create great content. So you can see snippets that we put together to create really dope videos that are all on our platforms, as well as on our YouTube channel, Ms. Mercedes.
All right.
And we're in the summertime, we're at main events. So Rondo Days,
All the
Cinco de
festivals.
Mayo, Juneteenth. So you can catch us, Grando Days, and
Yep.
it's usually people pay us to host an event, like be a part of their event, but you coming as the community, you get to participate for free. And then we have fun incentives, like here's a Rondo Double Dutch t-shirt. We always do contests for the kids to win, because
Just a little friendly competition just to kind of get them all engaged.
Yes.
And they love it.
and make it memorable. Like,
Yeah.
as I mentioned, we're in a spiritual warfare right now. And I want this generation to, when they experience Rondo Double Dutch, they're being inspired to dream big. They're having a feeling of remembrance, like a memory to, so as they get older, this is gonna be a memory that they have for a lifetime. And it makes them feel something. And yeah.
Okay.
And when weather permits, we'll be back out in the community every Wednesday. We've deemed every Wednesday
Hump Day, Jump
Hump Day, Jump Day, in and around the Twin Cities. So we're always somewhere with the crew. So if y'all ever see us outside, please park your car and come on and join us. You
Yes.
won't forget it. You won't regret it. You'll love it. And it's a vibe. We're a whole production. We got the boom box out. We got the microphone. We got the kids. They engaging. You can hear the people blowing their horns, yelling out the windows. It's always a dope vibe. So every Wednesday, as soon as weather permits, we're going to be back outside in the communities, jumping, bringing joy to all the communities that we bring up.
And the community really shows up for us. Like, we're on the corner of Maryland and Rice, and
Yes.
a guy came and brought ice cream for all of the kids.
Yeah.
Popsicles, freezies, candy.
Yeah.
Willard's Bar invited us, and they grilled burgers and hot dogs free for the community. So when you come, we're feeding the community. Every time, I have a friend named DJ Mitchell. He comes and brings his DJ set and DJs live music for free.
Complimentary, yes, because they love
it's
it.
literally a community vibe of just community coming together to create a magical moment.
And it's
Yes.
always love. And they leave in a high, like this high, you can't buy nowhere. You can't get it nowhere but where you get it with us. And they love us. And when we're out in the community, because we do the community stuff, we at the basketball games, we have some youth, some of her kids, they play basketball. I have some youth that I'm involved with in part of my family. They cheer. And so we go to the different games, and you should see the little kids, they running up to us like, I remember you, I remember you. I was like, from where? Like, we was jumping rope with you. And then they want to take pictures. It's dope. So we doing the work, and the people are loving it.
That's
love it.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a website. Can you spell that website name just to make it clear?
MsMercedes.com, MIZZMercedez.com.
All
It's
right.
Mercedes.com.
You can Google it too, it'll
Yep,
pop up.
Google it, yep. And you could get the YouTube link right from the same when you Google it, and you can see all of our content is on there. And it's a little bit more in-depth on the YouTube channel, just because you get to get more, the lengthy of the
Yes.
time for the footage that you can post on YouTube is a lot longer than you can do on the different other platforms. So we're everywhere. Check us
Yeah.
out.
And speaking of YouTube, that's where this generation of youth is.
They there.
So I really target the youth through technology. So Ms. Mercedes is a virtual educator that makes learning fun, but it's someone that you can meet and experience in real life, but also meet and enjoy online. So the kids know that I will make you a superstar through YouTube. So at our events, these kids get so excited because they're going to be featured in our YouTube
Yes.
videos.
Yes. Well, I'm following you all on Facebook
Oh,
and
wonderful.
Instagram. So
Wonderful.
I do know that you all are on there, and I've enjoyed some of the clips that I've seen.
Wonderful.
And I'm loving it. So now we get to also buy the T-shirts
Yep.
and long sleeve shirts that you guys have on.
Yeah.
Yes, these are special shirts that were
Okay.
made. It says love, peace, and unity at the top. These were made in celebration of Black History Month and Martin Luther King Day. So these are a special edition shirt that is in
Okay.
season right now.
All right, thank you. And then they can get the rope as well if
On
you
the
want
website.
rope to try to do, not try to
Yes.
do. to
Words
do
have power,
double
yep.
Dutch.
Yes.
Then you can. And also I wanted to ask you, when do you think, you said as soon as weather permits. So what does that look like? Like what time of the year does that look like for you?
So we do have, we're building a partnership with the YWCA.
Okay.
So we're actually going to start, it's either going to be Hump Day, Jump Day, or Self-Care Sunday, where it's classes designated just for women.
And it'll
Because
be
we've seen how
indoors.
it's healing, and usually when the kids come, we're more focused for the kids.
Yes.
But we want a time for just us to have
yeah.
fun and vibe, and then get our exercise in as well. And then we've been talking with V3 to bring a program over north. Otherwise, our summer Double Dutch program will be starting again with the 12-week program at 825 Arts in the Rondo Frogtown community.
And it's
that-
indoors.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's indoor, but when it's nice, we'll be outdoor as well. And then Hump Day, Jump Day, we always pick a certain area that just needs more love. For example, in Rondo, Dale and University, it's experiencing a lot of hardship with just addiction, homelessness. So we like to change the perception and energy of just areas that need more love. So you can catch us in those areas, and we look for the community to tell us. So write us, tell us, say, hey, come here. And yeah, the goal is to just spread more love into the universe because love is power.
Yes.
With two ropes.
Yeah, okay.
We're
two
bringing
rows.
love and joy and unity through two ropes.
And then I originally, we have a Rondo Double Dutch event. So I'm focusing, I believe I picked the date to be June 28th, and it's going back to our old stomping ground, Central Village Park, which is a historic park in Rondo. And we're gonna have a big celebration. It's gonna be, I like to go big, I dream big, so it's gonna be special this year.
Yep, and it's gonna be big. We have bouncy houses. We have Rondo Double Dutch. We're there. Twin City Skaters. He brings his skates out, so it's free to the community. And be ready to have some fun
Yes.
and move your body. So
Yes.
yep, he brings the skates, complimentary. What else did we have? Oh, snowballs. We had a snowball stand. Ice cream. We had good food
Don't
vendors.
tell 'em everything.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
All right, y'all just have to stay tuned. Just stay
Let a little
tuned and
bit of
pull
it
up.
be a surprise.
Yes, pull up.
I
It's,
got lots of surprises.
it's grand. It's very grand.
Okay. Now tell me, how did you come up with the name Rondo Double Dutch Crew?
So-
What does Rondo mean to you?
I'm from Rondo. I'm a Rondo descendant. I actually just moved back to the community in 2021. And I live across the street from Central Village Park. And I was not aware of just the history of Central Village Park until moving there and meeting my neighbors and just talking with them. And my neighbors are 80 plus. They would say, what's your last name? And when I told them my last name, Yarbrough, they would tell me stories of my family that I did not know. I learned that my great-grandmother lived on the same block as me before she was displaced, and which is now replaced with the Community Action Program daycare. So I'm like, wow, and just learning the history and how it was built off of community love and youth programming, I grew this deep connection and just passion to wanting to revive the spirit of Rondo, and then seeing what Double Dutch was bringing, I was like, no, I'm keeping the name Rondo with it. And I've seen the
honor,
power it
yeah.
brought. Like, I go to Flavor Cafe in the Rondo community, shout out to Shani. People come up to me and say, hey, when I came over here, I seen Rondo and thought about Rondo Double Dutch. So now people are starting to think of us the Double Dutch team whenever they see or hear the name Rondo. And that meant a lot to me because I'm like, oh, and then I make Rondo comic books. Like everything I do is just to
Rondo.
amplify the Rondo community because it is a very special place that I think needs to be a staple in the United States. So when you think of like Houston, LA, Harlem, Brooklyn, Rondo is going to be up there. And Ms. Mercedes is going to make sure it happens.
Because the community has suffered a lot with the displacement with the interstate. So we just want to pay the homage and salute the people who have been through it and give them something to look like, okay, they represent, they holding it down for us. So that's what we're doing.
Right.
And I've also noticed like when they, because a lot of people don't know about Rondo who aren't from Rondo. Now they're going back to
Doing
find
their
out the
research,
history and learn the history.
Yep.
And that's another reason. Like we're keeping the name and history alive by using it.
Yes, and I'm so glad that you all are doing that. I just recently started learning more about Rondo, and so that's why I'm like, what does it mean to you?
Yeah.
And so I love that you are keeping that alive, and then you're keeping the youth alive and people, and you're bringing community together with 2 ropes.
2 ropes. Who would have thought it?
And I love
2
it.
ropes.
And yes, it does.
And it's a lost art. It's a lost art. We need to bring that back. I don't want to see it die because it brought me so much joy. And that's what we're about. We want to spread joy, even if it's just for an hour. Bring them some peace for just a little while. And that eliminates some of the traumas and some of the hardships that they're going through. It'll bring them something just to escape for a little while. So that's what we're about.
And it's also intergenerational. Like, her generation, my generation, the future generation. So it's really fun to just see this intergenerational activity bring so much joy, love, and happiness.
Yeah,
And
it's almost like music, like that universal language. Everybody loves it, everybody, and they just brighten up.
And you don't even need to jump to feel the excitement or joy. It's, you can watch and you're feeling that same just magical sensation of like, wow, this is,
Yeah.
Yes. All right, well, one more time. Let's show this T-shirt and let our viewers know where they can purchase this T-shirt, the ropes, and whatever else is on that website.
The merchandise, we got a lot of merchandise, and we're everywhere. Just Google Miss Mercedes, you'll find it. It'll link you right to the website. You can purchase the merch. We have the T-shirts. We have the ropes as well. And
comic books. I'm working on a Rondo Double Dutch comic book. So yeah, check us out. We have lots of great things coming that's going to make learning fun.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Mercedes and Twist, for joining me here on SPNN Forum today. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And thank you for tuning in. Take care and be well.
We're coming back with the ropes. Can we come back with the ropes?
I would love for you to
All
come
right,
back
we're
with the
coming back with the
ropes.
team. Yeah.